Interesting fact, even as First Lady, Dr. Biden continued her teaching career. Yeah, the first time a presidential spouse has ever done so. Ever. Congratulations. Now, you might think it's because she loves teaching so much, but it's actually because she's still paying off her student debt. I'm sorry about that, Jill. Yeah, I guess you should have voted for Bernie.
Okay, so that was Trevor Noah at the White House Correspondents Dinner, and I think overall he did a pretty good job. We're gonna be showing you more of that. There was definitely laughter in the room for the, pointing out that Bernie would have canceled their student loan debt and Biden hasn't, and oh, that's your husband that could do that any day and choose not to. I felt like it was a little bit of uncomfortable laughter, Francesca. What do you think?
That's the point. That's the point of roasting somebody, especially roasting a politician. And I gotta say, Biden sitting for the White House Press Correspondents Dinner, it's a low bar for what I was hoping out of a Biden administration at this point.
What, that he would show up?
Exactly, the fact that he would take it and go, that like Trump had not, whatever, it's fine. I think it's hilarious, just the ability as a comic to tell Jill Biden, you should have voted for Bernie is just like, like a little, like all parts of me are excited about that.
It is, and look, he did the sort of job he's supposed to, of mocking the media, mocking the politicians. He did both, and we're gonna get to more in just a minute. But that joke, I think, summarizes for a lot of people what makes them uncomfortable about this. Not Trevor Noah specifically, but that he's doing the best he can. He can't cancel student loan debt. Trevor Noah can't, sign an executive order. But like, all he gets to do is make a joke about how, like, sitting at that table is a guy who could do a massive amount of help to literally millions of people. And maybe he will, but for now, he's just choosing not to. He could do it, he just won't do it. And so like, it's comedy is all you have as a weapon in that, but the stakes are so real for so many people. And everyone else in the room, the people that would prefer that those jokes not be made because they wanted Biden to get elected, I don't know, it's uncomfortable that they side with so much like casual obstruction of very necessary government help.
Well, they weren't laughing because a lot of them probably don't have student debt. A lot of them are making millions and millions of dollars. Not everybody, obviously, who was in that room, but I think you understand that obviously the White House Press Correspondents Dinner is elites on elites. And so it's just sort of like elites making fun, light jabs at one another. And so it is fun to see the stuff you and I would laugh at. And if that room were full of like real people, that we would laugh at a lot of different things. I mean, and also there's a little bit of like a lowest common denominator, like the easiest, the dumbest jokes got the biggest laugh. Like he opened with like, I'm gonna be doing some jokes tonight. And everyone's like, that's funny, because he is.
He's a comedian.
We're like, all right, you guys.
Yeah. Well,
now I know why you don't have enough comedy on your news channels, because you don't actually understand it.
No, you're not inherently funny at all. But we have a nice little mashup of a few jokes, calling out both politicians and media. It should be fun. Let's take a look at this.
Don't forget, he's also had some major legislative successes. In his first year in office, I might add. He got a bipartisan infrastructure bill passed that would do everything from fixing America's roads and bridges to modernizing school buses, which Matt Gaetz' girlfriend is very excited about. Don't boo love. Yeah, I might roast you gently, like a pair of testicles on a Tucker Carlson special, but I'm not doing this just for the attention, all right? I'm a comedian, not Kyrsten Sinema, all right? And by the way, give it up for Kyrsten Sinema. Whoever thought we'd see the day in American politics when a senator could be openly bisexual, but closeted Republican, huh? That's progress. That's progress.
So yeah, I liked all of that. And look, he gets to point out things that they will do their little nervous laughter or whatever, but they don't, like, how many people in that room love Kyrsten Sinema? They love the role that she serves, at least, if not the actual person that she is. And it's very easy. The lowest common denominator is like the Matt Gaetz stuff. Like most people in the media are gonna laugh at Matt Gaetz, but I'm here for the Sinema stuff. I'm here for that because it's so much more real. And he's vocalizing the feeling that so many of us have where we're just, I guess we're stuck with this. I guess she's found a loophole. You can just lie, get into office, and then for 6 years, you can just block anything from happening. And there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do in the meantime. Isn't that amazing?
I mean, that's a solid joke there, because it is also a kind of a dig at closet Republicans who are at once homophobic but also closeted gay. So there was a little bit of more going on there. And I also like, the thing about Sinema that people are laughing at, it's like nobody feels sensitive about that because nobody likes Kyrsten Sinema. Not even the Republicans whose bidding she's doing like her. Like Mitch McConnell did not even really turn around when she wanted him to watch her vote down a $15 minimum wage. Like, so that's what's great about the Sinema stuff. And also, I'm glad, obviously, like I thought Trevor Noah, I don't always love him on The Daily Show. I thought he crushed this. I thought he did a good job. Thought he was a good amount of biting, but also pleasant because once again, elites on elites. And they'll, obviously if you're a woman, it's very different. And if you're, a black guy doing it, it's different. You just get a different, remember when Michelle Wolf talked about the eye makeup of Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and then it was like, oh, sexism, so, and it wasn't just Republicans participating in that. It was also like liberals who were like, that was a little too far, calm down.
Yeah, when it was about Sarah Huckabee Sanders getting paid to repeatedly lie to the American people. No, but you're still supposed to be nice to her. She's very respectable. She can be a governor. Yeah, no, that was super annoying. And yeah, I don't know if we're ever gonna get one that's as honest as Michelle Wolf, but I thought that he did a good job. Again, I'm not like, I don't watch The Daily Show generally or anything like that, but I thought he did a good job in not just making it the easy stuff, the attacking Sean Hannity or whatever. There was plenty of that. And maybe
or back to Trump, making it not just focused on Trump, I thought was like, it's like, oh, that's what the Democrats aren't doing is, focusing on the new problems, not just Trump.
Yeah.
So
and focusing on the problems that are of their own creation. Not listening to James Carville to don't tell me what Biden hasn't done. Tell me what Biden has done. Tell everyone what Biden hasn't done. Maybe he'll do it. Probably not. But that's our best chance is if we focus on what he hasn't done.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.